Hey everybody, CerebralTackle here. We've got breaking news coming out of Ohio. Our two most infamous cheaters, Jacob Runyan, Chase Cominsky, they've officially been indicted by a grand jury. My goodness, that Ohio grand jury, they put the pedal to the metal and they got this crap done fast. I mean, it was just yesterday that the boat was seized. Holy crap, they're moving. I've got to say, I really have to hand it to the grand jury and the prosecutor's office in this situation. Normally, grand jury indictments take months. They got this knocked out in no time. Okay, now while innocent until proven guilty, at least I can bring you the good news that these two clowns have been charged with not one, not two, but 3 felonies, just as I predicted in yesterday's video would happen. And oh, by the way, going back to my first video, remember how I said something might be done as far as a waste of game or something with those fillets? Yep, they got them for that too. The first felony is cheating of a sporting event. Like I said yesterday, 5th degree felony, and yep, they both face 1 count each of that charge. The second charge is attempted grand theft. Now you may remember we talked about grand theft yesterday. I think the reason why the prosecutor's office went with attempted in this situation is because they got caught in the commission of the crime and hadn't exactly pulled off the deed yet. Also, a felony. That other prediction we talked about yesterday, the possession of criminal tools and what it had to do with the boat, yep, that's the reason they confiscated the boat. But that gets even better here in a minute. I'll explain why. But possession of criminal tools, like I said, when in commission of another felony, like the other two, also becomes a felony of the 5th degree. So there's 3 5th degree felonies that they're facing a charge each of. Now for the icing on the cake. Remember back between the 14 and 15 minute mark of my first video, how I was talking about they may catch some kind of a unlawful waste of game charge, whatever Ohio's version was? Well, they did. It's actually revised code 1531.02, and it's called unlawful possession of a wild animal. Now, you might not be thinking that's such a big idea. The statute talks about unlawful possession of a wild animal, transporting across state lines, having body parts of game or fish where you're not supposed to have them, selling them, all that stuff. Well, that's kind of where they caught this. But there's an interesting caveat or two to this charge you might like. Now, the first 3, the felonies, they're all punishable by up to 1 year in prison and a $2,500 fine each. This means that if the full hammer of the law comes down on them, they'll each have 3 years in prison plus $7,500 in fines. I know you're thinking it's not much, and I probably agree. However, there's a little bit of icing on the cake. Remember that 4th charge I told you about and how it could get interesting? Here's how. Now, while that 4th charge is only a misdemeanor, punishable by 60 days in jail and $250, it has a couple of little interesting nuggets that come along with it. First, when you combine the whole unlawful possession of a wild animal and the criminal tools charge, well, that makes a neat little cocktail. Mixing these two together kicks in Ohio Revised Code 1531.201. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means the boat that was seized yesterday is probably going to go away forever because the state can auction it as restitution for the unlawful wildlife charge. Yep, the state can get back some of that money due to the damage they caused by waste of game. There's one more thing, guys, and I think you'll like this one. After all, you guys have been clamoring for it in the comment section. The last charge comes with one more little tidbit, and that's the indefinite forfeiture of their fishing licenses. Yeah, it's possible that Runyan and Cominsky may never legally be allowed to fish in the state of Ohio again. I mean, that's if they don't get ran out of town by the other anglers first. So to recap, Runyan and Cominsky each face 3 felony charges, all punishable by a year in prison and $2,500 fines apiece. They also face the loss of their boat to be sold at auction to recoup some money to the state, and indefinite forfeiture of their Ohio fishing licenses. I know, guys, it's not exactly the heavy hammer we'd be looking for, but hopefully the state can prove their case. Let's just hope they don't plead it down too far. Either way, I don't see these guys fishing anytime soon. You're probably wondering if they've been physically arrested yet. It doesn't appear so, but court records show that their arraignment is coming up October 26th, so in the not too distant future. But if their arraignment is scheduled that far out and they're not in custody, then what that means is they'll probably be allowed to either turn themselves in or show up the day of with their lawyer. One last little thing before we go. Don't forget about my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you guys can help me reach 1,000 subscribers by October 28th of 28th this month, I'm going to give away a brand new Plano Edge terminal tackle box, the 3700 series, the big dog. Now, I know that may be a big ask, right? But we're about halfway there. So let's do this thing. And if anybody can do it, it's y'all, because I've got the best viewers on YouTube. So please hit like and subscribe and turn those notifications on so you guys can get updates to this story, as well as how-tos, product reviews, everything fishing. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It really does mean the world to me. And y'all know the drill. Until next time, keep it wet.